The all-new Toyota Tacoma has been a showstopper ever since it was first revealed to the public. Incredibly bold styling, unparalleled reliability records, and incredible capability, which have all been crowned by an attainable price to tell you what kind of a beast a Tacoma is. Well, as good as it already was, Toyota just decided to make it a whole heap better by introducing a bunch of novelties to it, making it one of the most talked about cars in the world. So let's jump straight ahead and check out how the show-stopping 2025 Toyota Tacoma takes center stage in the automotive world. The first ever Tacoma GR. Yep, you heard us right. Toyota is making a performance-oriented version of their midsize pickup truck for the first time. This is because Toyota recognizes the importance of offering a performance-oriented pickup truck in the US, seeing as how the Ranger Raptor, the F-150 Raptor, and its siblings are selling like hotcakes. As a result, Toyota has decided to completely rework the exterior of the Tacoma for the GR version. Instead of a mere rugged and angular appearance, the Tacoma GR will now boast performance-oriented bumpers, side skirts, and wheels, which will help it be more easily distinguished from its more common brethren. Furthermore, the interior will be reworked too. We can expect bucket seats at the front, sporty accents, and a bunch of features that will turn Tacoma's utilitarian interior into something that oozes performance. However, what matters the most is what'll be under the hood of this mighty beast. The Tacoma GR's powertrain is yet to be confirmed. However, the general belief has narrowed down to two options: a hybrid or an honest-to-God twin-turbo V6. Let's start with the spicy one. The 3.4 twin-turbo V6 is the most likely powertrain to be found under the bonnet of the Tacoma GR. This is because this engine has already been tried and tested in countless Toyota models, the most notable of which is Tacoma's larger brother, the Toyota Tundra. However, unlike the Tundra, which has a power output of around 390 horsepower, the Tacoma GR is expected to reach a figure that's well over 400 HP. This is because the engine will be reworked and tuned by Gazoo Racing, with maximum performance in mind. As a result, the Tacoma will beat out the Ford Ranger Raptor and position itself as the most powerful midsize pickup truck in the world. On the other hand, we have the hybrid powertrain, which is the second most probable powertrain. This hybrid powertrain will, if chosen, be based on Tacoma's current hybrid drivetrain. The beating heart of this powertrain will be the same 2.4 Turbo 4 found in the regular Tacoma. However, unlike the regular Tacoma power plant, this engine will, once again, be completely redone by Gazoo Racing so that maximum power can be extracted from it. Furthermore, the hybrid system will also be redone, and it is expected to achieve higher power figures, as well as acres of torque. This means that the hybrid Tacoma GR will, once again, achieve over 400 horsepower, making it once again the most powerful pickup truck in existence. But since it's a hybrid, you can also expect it to be incredibly frugal. And since it'll have incredibly high torque figures, it'll also be a perfect fit for those who want a high-performance workhorse. We're extremely glad that Toyota will be adding the GR variation to its Tacoma lineup, and that'll be a welcome change to the market. However, we're even more glad that we'll also see the release of the highly anticipated TRD Pro. Ever since the Tacoma was released, Toyota has been teasing us with photos of the yet-to-be-released TRD Pro. Just like its older and larger siblings, the Toyota Tacoma's TRD Pro variation is directly aiming at being a perfect off-roader. This means that we'll be getting a complete redesign of the exterior, interior, and most notably, the suspension. First of all, the exterior will be made more rugged, with a bunch of unpainted and reinforced plastic and metal all over the car, allowing it to tackle wooded areas with ease and get out of them unscathed. The paint options will also be expanded, as the TRD Pro is expected to have exclusive colors that'll make it pop out from the remainder of the Tacoma pack. Most importantly, the TRD Pro will get armored skid plates that will protect the truck's underpinnings, making them virtually indestructible when it comes down to physical damage. Speaking of the underpinnings, the TRD Pro Tacoma will have even greater ground clearance. The suspension will also be stiffened, allowing for more control off the road, and it also is expected to be considerably more durable. Oh, and let's not forget about the TRD Pro specific wheels, as well as meatier and much more capable tires that will grant better mud running, mountain climbing, and sand running abilities. The interior of the TRD Pro will also get a trim specific change, as it'll be much more wear friendly. with TRD branded seats and carpets that are extremely easy to clean and exceptionally durable. While we're extremely thrilled about such great changes, we're also thrilled that the Tacoma isn't changing in one department, and that's the fact that the Toyota Tacoma is still the safest pickup truck on the market. Just like the current model year, the upcoming Toyota Tacoma will be outfitted with the latest and greatest safety features Toyota has to offer. Even the lowest of trims will enjoy Tacoma's cutting-edge Safety Sense 3.0. This means that even the cheapest cars will be fitted with all kinds of helpful gizmos and technological novelties that far outclass their competition. We all know how problematic driving a tall pickup truck around the city is, especially because of pedestrians. This is why we'd like to mention that even the base model SR will come with forward collision warning and emergency braking as standard. This will allow you to relax while driving around town. Furthermore, the Tacoma will be at a key advantage even on highways, as you'll both get lane departure warning and lane keeping assist as standard. This, combined with the fact that adaptive cruise control is also present on all models, makes even the cheapest Tacoma nearly autonomous on the highway, allowing you to cover larger distances without any hassle. Oh, and let's not forget that all but the entry-level SR also gets blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert, which makes the truck even more manageable and drivable around the city. But extensive safety features won't be the only thing that adorns the all-new 2025 Tacoma, as customers will also be getting an expanded array of standard features. Despite being universally acclaimed, the Toyota Tacoma was generally criticized for its lack of refinement and features in the entry-level trims. Sure, safety features were always its big selling point, seeing as even the SR5 got Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0 as standard. However, you weren't getting much more, and especially not in the creature comfort department, at least not for the lower-end models. Well, that's about to change, as the 2025 model's lower trim levels will now come with a bunch of quality-of-life features as standard, starting with the infotainment screen. Currently, all but the TRD Off-Road and the Limited come standard with a smaller 8-inch infotainment screen, and while this wasn't exactly the end of the world, it did make the already Spartan-feeling cabin look even more bare bones. Well, now you can expect all models, except for the SR5, to come as standard with the larger 14-inch screen. This will make the interior look considerably more modern and luxurious, while also making the car much easier to use, especially when it comes down to the navigation system and other gizmos that are directly connected to the infotainment screen. And while some might be disappointed that the SR5 won't get this upgrade, don't be, as it'll get a fully digital driver display. This will make it much easier to keep track of the truck's parameters, especially since the semi-digital display found in the current model isn't exactly known as great in this department. However, seeing as there will be a lot of changes for the Tacoma, one must ask themselves, will the pricing change? One of the biggest selling factors of Tacoma was by far its attainable price tag. Competing with it is simply highly unlikely, especially since it's one of the best equipped trucks for the money. And if you're worrying that there will be massive price changes for the 2025 model year, don't be. Everything will remain more or less the same. Well, everything apart from the fact that we'll also have to count on the GR and the TRD Pro. When it comes down to the usual lineup, we'd honestly skip the entry-level SR and go straight for the SR5. Albeit, it will be some $5,000 more expensive, starting at around $37,000. It's a much better daily driver and offers way more kit for day-to-day life. We'd also recommend the TRD Sport and the TRD Pre-Runner over the more expensive TRD Off-Road. They might be marginally less capable than the latter. However, because they're $4,000 less, starting at $38,500 and $40,000 respectively, they're much better value for the money. Finally, although the Limited trim offers quite a lot of trim, it's also very expensive, as its asking price is way over $50,000, making it much more expensive than all of the other models. When it comes down to the TRD Pro and the GR, we expect them to be even pricier than the Limited. Both of them will, in our opinion, cost somewhere between $55,000 and $60,000. The TRD Pro is expected to be closer to the $55,000 mark, whereas the GR will be the more expensive of the two. And while the pricing is steep, seeing as the GR will most likely be more expensive than the Raptor and the Colorado ZR2 Bison, you have to remember that you'll be getting the most powerful truck of the three, which is worth it if you're in for such a vehicle.